Hey guys, Larios here. I'm back with another video, and this is another Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Commander deck unboxing. This is my third out of four videos where I'm unboxing the complete lineup for the Doctor Who set, which I'm just so excited for. So again, this is the third video. I just finished unboxing this particular one, the timey-wimey set, which was the second one. So I definitely recommend watching this one. There's four videos in total, obviously, but if you had to pick one or the other, another one to watch, I do recommend watching my first unboxing for this set, The Blast from the Past, because in this I give an overview and review, and I explain a lot about this whole set, how it's being released, my thoughts on everything, my thoughts on Doctor Who, my story for it. I explain all that in pretty big detail. That's why this video is a lot longer than these other ones. So definitely watch that one out if you guys only want to watch two total out of all of these four. But yeah, so this is the third one. The next one we're going to be unboxing, which is the last one, is Masters of Evil, which is all of the villains. So that's pretty cool. So I'm so excited for this. So since this is a commander deck, there's 100 cards to go over, and I want to show all of their arts pretty quickly, so we'll just go as quickly as we can with this. So Paradox Power, this is what it includes. I love the little TARDIS top over there. We got the 13th Doctor, the first girl Doctor, which is pretty cool, and the companion Yaz. I really like Yaz. She's pretty cool. I actually got a lot to say about this era of Doctor Who. So we got Doctors 12 and 13. Now this particular one, even though it says 9, 10, and 11, it also included the War Doctor. So I wonder if we're gonna get the other Doctor, like another in-between Doctor, which is also another girl. So that's gonna be interesting to see. I know that the 14th and 15th Doctor is not included in these sets because they said they want to do something special with those two Doctors, since those two Doctors are like their show is not even out yet. The 14th Doctor is getting about 3 to 4 episodes, and that's coming out next month, and then it's the 15th Doctor. So right now they are up to date. At the time of the recording, this is October 15th. I got this a day early, and all four of these releases on October 16th. So it would have been cool if they did include the 14th and 15th Doctor in here, considering their stories start within a few months. But they're saying that they're going to do something pretty special for them. So we'll take a look into that later on. But yeah, we got Commander Deck Doctors 12 and 13th. I do kind of wish the 12th Doctor was the main commander being advertised, just because the 12th Doctor is my favorite Doctor. A little bit more than 9 and 10. The three of them are kind of tied, but I do like the 12th Doctor a little bit more, and I'll explain why as we go on with this video. So again, I'm going to go really quickly. I talk a lot about my thoughts on Doctor Who on all of these sets in the other two videos. Definitely watch that first one though. So you guys can pause this and read this if you want. And then here's the bottom, which contains all the contents. All right, so let's open this up. So I'm really excited for this one, like I said, because it includes the 12th Doctor's card, which I love the 12th Doctor. So now I know that this is a Beyblade channel, so for those of my subscribers, they're probably a little bit confused on why I'm unboxing trading card games, but every now and then I like to unbox other stuff that I really like as well. So all right, let's take this out. All right, it's a little bit stuck. Okay, got the really cool mysterious black envelope. Nothing else in here. All right, we've got the 13th Doctor. Like, this is beautiful art, but I really don't like the giant eyes and like magnifying glass showing, like zooming in on her mouth for some reason. Like, I think that they could have done a different picture for the 13th Doctor, and this isn't a complaint just for the 13th Doctor. It's also a complaint for the 12th Doctor, which I'll explain in a little bit. Oh, Interesting. Okay. So if you guys go back and watch my unboxing for the other two, these tokens we had on the other two, and they were over here. And then and then the ones that was over here was 4 extra ones of these ones. So we got some new tokens here, which is really, really cool. And I guess it has to do with like the mechanics for this doctor. So then we got Yaz over here. I'm not gonna remove these tokens or this in the video. I'll do that off screen later on just to save some time. This is the deck box that is included. But yeah, so I think that the artwork that they picked for the 13th and the 12th Doctor for the main set is not the best. I would have preferred the ones that they did for the variants, which is what's really cool about this is you can buy all 4 of these sets and you'll get all of them, all of the cards in the set, which is amazing. You don't need to buy random boosters to like try to get a specific card or anything like that because they're all here. However, there are some variants, and the variants that they have for the 13th Doctor in the random boosters and for the 12th Doctor, the artwork on those is amazing and should have been the artwork, I think, that they put on this particular set. So that's really just my complaint with the artwork that they chose, but it's still really, really good artwork for both of them. We got a dice here. This one has more green of a blue compared to the other 2 dices, but same designs. Not bad. Right. And yeah, I'm just overall extremely impressed with these commander decks that they released. We've got the life counter over here, which goes up to 20 on this side and up to 40 on this side. And then you guys can pause this to read this because there's a lot here and explains how to play this particular deck. So yeah, just pause this so you can take a read. Then we got the commander rules. And then we got the plane chase, which is pretty cool. And then we got the 13th Doctor information. And then we got Yaz. And then magic. And the colors. Or mana colors. And then why this set includes the mixed manas that they do. It's pretty cool. And then we got this. So, yeah, my favorite Doctor is the 12th. And I'll explain why at the end. I'll say this. The first 2 Doctors 9 and 10, the atmosphere in the show was amazing. And then 11 and 12 had kind of like a plasticky atmosphere to the show. But 12 had a more darker atmosphere than 11 did. So it helped contrast that. And then we get to the 13th Doctor. And even though 11 and 12 had a specific tone with the way it was filmed and the atmosphere in it, again, 12 still being a lot darker in terms of like atmosphere, but it still had the same film atmosphere that 11 did. When we got to the 13th Doctor, the entire production changed. Now it felt more cinematic, more movie, but it felt really lifeless. And I love the 13th Doctor. She's an amazing Doctor. The issue isn't with her. It was really with the production. A lot of the stories that they were telling wasn't the best. They didn't really utilize the Doctor that much. It was all over the place. The companions though were amazing. I love the companions, and some of the stories that they told. But yeah, they just kind of didn't really do too much with this Doctor until the ending of her 2nd season and then all of the 3rd season, which could have been handled a little bit better. There's a big retcon in the 13th Doctor's last season, but it's not a big retcon that I think is an issue. So many people complained about this retcon, even though it's really not. It just expands on the lore that was already established. For those of you that don't know, Doctor Who's been going on for 60 years. So I'm going to be talking as I'm going to be showing the cards, okay? So yeah, 60 years, and then there was a movie, and then this event. It's so sad. I cry a lot during this event because it's the last episode for the 12th Doctor. But yeah, so yeah, Doctor Who's been going on for a very, very long time, and then in 2005 it came back as a relaunch, not a reboot, not a remake, just a relaunch. So it continued the story, and like it built up, and eventually we learned what happened in that long time frame between the movie and the relaunch. So that's really, really cool. Dan was a really, really good companion. He was really, really cool. And Ryan was also amazing. Again, like the Doctor's companions for the 13th Doctor is amazing. But yeah, so the production just completely changed, and again, it's not really a retcon. I mean, it is, but it's one that expands on the lore that was established. So, River Song, cool. I'm so glad we actually got a card for River. So yeah, so again, a lot of people complain way too much on the 13th Doctor, but she was amazing. It was really just the way that the production was that's really, really strange. So this is my complaint. This was from like a few episodes of the 12th Doctor. This is really cool, this artwork, but it really makes me want to go out and actually just buy the random booster variant for it, because it's not super representative of the 12th Doctor, but it still is a very cool picture. And a cool event. Like him coming out, I do remember seeing this, like him coming out and just blasting his guitar. Oh, we do have the Fugitive Doctor, cool. All right, so like we got the War Doctor in the other set, we got the Fugitive Doctor here. So I'm pretty happy about that. I did not like this character. There was no point for this particular character. Like she appears, they make a big deal about it, and then she just disappears and not heard from again. But yeah, so there is just a lot. This such fantastic artwork. Again, this is the 12th Doctor. There was just Last Night Together. If you guys know the show, you know what this means. It's the Doctor and River. This is so sad. The tower sang and you cried. Thinking back now, seeing River meeting the 9th or the 10th Doctor, and her explaining about, hey, I was just with you, but like the future you, the real you, and seeing, and then finally seeing this story told with the 12th Doctor. I was just so emotional with it. And I'm so glad we actually got to see that, and that the Doctor she was talking about is the 12th Doctor, and that made me even more happier, because the way that River describes the future Doctor as a 12th Doctor, she doesn't say what number, she's just like a future you, slight spoilers, and like the real you, like all of this, like Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor captured all of that. So yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit, because I really got a fanboy about Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. Clara, she's also the voice of Melia from Xenoblade, which I love. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And she's actually, ironically, she's the one that kind of revealed that we were getting Xenoblade 3 by accident in an interview, because she had done line work for the 10th anniversary of Xenoblade 1, the DLC that they did for the remake or remaster. And she's like, oh yeah, and I think there's a third one coming out as well. And just like, I'm like, Jenna, you didn't need to say that. I thought that like maybe she meant the DLC, which is confusing that with the third one, but it turns out no, there was actually a third one, which I'm so grateful for, which I did unbox for. But yeah, so a lot of people trash on the 12th Doctor so much, or the 13th Doctor so much, but still, it's fantastic. And I'm really excited for the 14th and the 15th. Hello, sweetie. Yeah, you guys should really just watch the show. It's fantastic. You don't need to watch the original. You can just start with the 2005 relaunch, which does a fantastic job at keeping you updated as to what's going on or what happened in the past so many years. This year is the 60th anniversary, so this is kind of part of that. Wizards of the Coast have been working a very long time with the BBC in order to get this set right. And if you guys see my unboxing for the first set, I do explain about that a lot more, and I explain how I think they did a fantastic job. I really like this art. But then, yeah, so the 13th Doctor's last episode was really well done, I think, as well. But then we get the 12th Doctor. Now I'm going to be fanboying a lot because the 12th Doctor, he is so relatable to me. I mentioned in my previous video that the 9th and 10th Doctor are very relatable to me. The 9th had this anger and loneliness, and the 10th had this energetic but also laid back and thoughtfulness to him, and emotional as well, which is also really relatable to me. But then the 12th Doctor had all of that. He just wants to be someone good, and he doesn't always know how to interact. Like this art is fantastic. This should have been another example of how the 12th Doctor's card should have been. Like he like doesn't know how to interact. Like he wants to be good. He wants to like help people, and he can be a little bit rude at times, but he's also a little bit awkward and shy in many cases, and he kind of has to remember what it's like to be who he is. Given everything that he's been through, he kind of like had a shell around him. And again, they could have, instead of having, maybe this should have been the art that they used for the 12th Doctor instead. So the 12th Doctor really had to change a lot, and like him and Clara's relationship had to change drastically from the 11th, because there was like a romantic link, and now he's so much older. Again, time travel is a thing in this show. The Doctor travels through space and time, and that made the relationship a lot more complicated, and there was just the 12th Doctor goes through so much. His speeches were full of poetic instances, and like very thoughtful and philosophical and very emotive. And he did have this anger with him and his loneliness as well, and then the emotional side and the thoughtful side. He had everything that the 9th and 10th Doctor had, plus him trying to be someone good, this is so beautiful, trying to be someone right and trying to do the right things and helping people. And you see him grow and evolve. Like at first he's even like, he doesn't know how to interact, he doesn't know like when to say something, when not to, and then like he just grows and becomes who he was again, and even better. So again, River's saying that when she first meets the 10th Doctor, when the 10th Doctor first meets her saying that, she spent a night in I forgot the name of the place, with his true self. She meant it, because we see the journey that he goes through as the 12th Doctor, and it's so well done, it's so well developed, and it's so emotional, and honestly, it's like really, really relatable to me in so many ways. So yeah, those are the cards. So he ended up incorporating everything from the previous Doctors, not just the 9 and 10. He literally had the elements from the 11th Doctor as well. Like he was very, very goofy in many ways, especially when he like really loosened up and was able to be himself again. So he was very, very goofy, laid back, and he isn't old. I think Peter Capaldi was probably like at the most 60 something, 50 or 60 something when he became the Doctor. So he wasn't technically old, I guess just the hair color. But yeah, so his changed, like, yeah, so, oh, right, we'll save that for last. The Doctor's childhood barn. Cool. So we really see the Doctor grow and change and become himself, and on top of that, as I was saying, he doesn't just take elements from 9, 10, and 11, he also from 9, 10, he also takes it from 11, but he also takes elements from what I've understood from seeing a few clips, because I haven't watched all of the classic Doctor Who. I'm still on the second Doctor, because I've been watching that on and off for many years now. Sorry, he takes elements from some of the other Doctors as well. So, like, he really incorporates all of who the Doctor is, and the fact that Peter Capaldi himself, the actor who plays the 12th Doctor, grew up watching Doctor Who and has been a fan his entire life. And, like, this was, like, literally just such an honor for him, such a huge dream come true for him. And I'm so grateful for him, you know, like, and I thank God for him being able to achieve that dream of his. There's even letters when he was like 15 writing to the BBC when Doctor Who was like big and all that stuff, like forever ago. So he is the Doctor. Like, he incorporates everything that makes the Doctor who the Doctor is. And you can see so much of that, especially like in the middle of his second season and all towards his third season. And his final episode, he goes back in time and randomly meets the first Doctor. So they kind of share their final moments together. And it's so sad, and that's why I said, like, Twas Twice Upon a Night or something like that, that particular card that I mentioned that I cried on, is because it was so emotional. And his goodbye, it was so good. His speeches was amazing as well. Like, the 12th Doctor is the Doctor. He has everything the other Doctors has, plus his own charm as well, which is, again, him remembering who he is and all that, plus also how passionate he is about the universe and about people and helping people, because all of the other Doctors have that, except that he has that. Like, that is who he is. He is the focus on trying to really help people and, you know, do everything that he can, even if it's impossible. Again, all the other Doctors do this, but this was the biggest thing about the 12th Doctor, and it's how he really, really, really try to be that person that is going to do everything he can, even if it's going to destroy himself multiple times, because the 12th Doctor goes through so much stuff. And throughout like the second season of because each Doctor usually has about 2 to 3 seasons, that second season towards the last one, they kept teasing his regeneration so many times, and I just kept getting so sad, because again, the 12th Doctor goes through it. Like, he goes through so much stuff, like, because again of how much care he cares about people and what he does. Like, I figured out how to best describe the 12th Doctor: willing to sacrifice himself over and over and over again, knowing that he could die. Literally, that is the 12th Doctor. The definition of a sacrifice and the care and love that comes with unconditional sacrifice. Like, again, all the Doctors, this is really, really cool. This is what I mean, like, variants. Let me pause this, I'll be right back. So this is what I meant by there are some variants with the TARDIS box that I mentioned in the first video, but here's the original War Doctor card that came with the previous set. So yeah, the variant for the 12th Doctor is a different artwork, and it's so much better. Even though I finally got one of these variants, which is really cool, I do hope that one of these is gonna have, or the last one obviously is gonna have, the 12th Doctor variant, because I wasn't thinking that they were gonna get one of these. Otherwise, I'll probably just buy it online. But alright, let me just put this away. I'll be right back. So yeah, it's pretty cool. These are the 2 cards we got it. So yeah, the 12th Doctor is that. The definition of unconditional love and sacrifice. Well, kind of. He gets there. And also to try to teach people that love and sacrifice as well, and how to be good. Like, again, the 12th Doctor is the Doctor. He is the definition plus his own extra thing, which is sacrifice and teaching and love. That's what he is. As opposed to the other doctors who all do have those elements, but again, they're not really what defines the doctor or those particular doctors. Those are just traits of the doctors, but this is what defines the 12th Doctor. And again, it's so sad and emotional. But all right, guys, that's it for this particular unboxing. All that's left now is the villains one. So definitely go watch that. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite doctors is. And hopefully you guys watch Doctor Who. It's a fantastic show, and I really think that a lot of you would like it. It's sci-fi, it's very influential, and honestly it's just fantastic. So definitely watch Doctor Who. Start with the 2005 relaunch and go straight into season 1. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the 12th Doctor and what's your favorite Doctor in general. So yeah, guys, with all that said, rate, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna go and unbox that last set now, but I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I'm so excited to be playing matches with these. So see you guys later. Have a good night.